Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. I don't even crave pasta. I don't even really care for pasta that much. But today, honey. Okay, the flies like it too. Mm. What's going on, people? Listen, I never get a day to sit in my chair and be in my garden by myself. And that's what I'm doing right now. Girl, girl, ain't nothing like it. My goodness. Just sit here. I ain't never, this is the first time I've ever pulled a chair up and ate food in my garden. Mm, mm. So I got to fight the flies. But, man, this is so cool. It is in the 80s today. It has been scorching hot in Zone 7A here in Kentucky. And I don't know about y'all, but like people are saying like record numbers, right? It's just been hot, like literally a drought for the past few weeks, and in the 90s or above every day. So today it's, you know, the sun is peeking through the clouds a bit, but overall the humidity is low. It is cooler than it has been. I'm still sweating like a crazy person. I don't know if you can see all the sweat. But and I've got a lot of work done today. My mother-in-law came to town and she is watching the little ones. And so I've had some time to just be out here in this space where I need to be. Not just to, you know, take care of chores, prune and pull weeds and repot stuff, but just to like really enjoy the space. This garden is a lot of work, but I'm just so incredibly overwhelmed by what nature just does on its own without our intervention. So it's just really cool to witness that. Okay, so this might be my last time eating food out here. Honey, because these flies are like, what is that? What is that? Mm-hmm. But, yeah, this is it. This is tremendous. This is so fun. This is so much fun. Oh my gosh. So I just wanted to hop on and see how everybody's doing. I hope that you're doing well. Had a crazy couple of weeks, man. Who hasn't, right? Hearing and seeing all kinds of things going on in the world, and it seems like you know, the pandemic is back on the rise, but then we're trying to get these kids ready to go to school, and it just all kinds of things going on, right? But there's something about this space. I'm just like, what happened? What kind of makes me forget, just for a little bit, what's going on in the world. I'm sure there are other people that feel the same way. I didn't want much. I just wanted to see how everybody was doing, and if there's anything going on your side of town. There's a few critters in the garden that are new to me that have popped up this year, and I was looking at something right now on this leaf. I'll grab it in a second if it's still there. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere though. And show you what it is, because I don't know what it is. But I've also been introduced to, is it called harlequin bugs? I don't like them. They are not okay. They, right now, my turnips are acting like a trap crop for them. And that's cool. I cut back the leaves today because they were looking horrible. I mean, like spent, right? So the harlequin bugs are having babies and sucking the juices out of the turnip greens. The roots, however, are huge. They're beautiful. I don't know enough about turnips to cook with them. So in the Facebook group, if you have not joined Barefoot Gardening, the Facebook group, join and then give me some of your recipes for turnips. How do you like to eat them? Or you can comment here in the chat and let me know how you like to eat turnips. I've eaten them before and I like turnips. I just don't eat them often. And I grow them because I just bought purple top turnips to harvest the greens for folks. Hey, Miss MB, how you doing? People like to eat turnip greens. I like turnip greens, and I like to mix them with mustards and collards. I like all of them together, but I can eat them separately. But the roots, I haven't had much. And I don't even remember my granny cooking turnips that much. In Virginia, just popped in. Hey, yeah, thank you for popping in. How's the weather there? It's definitely cooled off here today. So I think it's giving the plants a break. And I bought some shade cloths, y'all, because I mean, all my shade trees are gone. The neighbors have cut down their trees, and those were my shade trees. So now my garden's in full sun everywhere. Even in the backyard, it doesn't stay shaded very long. It's like the last place where the sun hits for the day, but it's still in the sun for a pretty good amount of time. So I had to buy some. I thought about using sheets, but I don't have enough sheets, so I went ahead and bought some shade cloths too, and I'm going to use those for the first time this year. And I think I'm gonna pull them out when I get ready to plant my fall crops. I bought some starts from a local nursery that I just met, and I just want to support him, so I bought a few things. It's hot, Miss MB. Yeah, it's still hot, but like the humidity is down. The humidity gets horrible here. And so it's really like the tomato plants and peppers and things are susceptible to blight because it's just so humid and hot. And so it's really important. Like I've been still working on pruning these tomato plants. I have so many plants. And but just pruning them so I can get some airflow going because it's just so hot and humid. But today the sun is peeking through the clouds. It's like overcast. It's cooler. It's way cooler than it has been. It's been 95, 96, 97. The humidity made it feel like over 100 degrees yesterday. So yeah, I feel like we just in a whole different place right now because it's so cool. Let me see what you said. Just saw you were live, stopped in to say hi. Next stop will be New York. Talk with you later. Looking like you are enjoying that grub. Thank you. Yes, I am. It's some chicken, ground chicken and noodles and spaghetti sauce. Leftovers. Thought I realized that I hadn't eaten since 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. I was like, well, I better get a little bit of something while I'm out here in the sun and get some water, right? And then I just wanted to hop on and see how everybody's doing. So, um, yeah, so I'm pruning back stuff, harvesting a few things. So my Jimmy Nardello peppers are like crazy wild. I mean, there's so many peppers on that plant, and they're really little plants. They're not even really big plants. They're just maybe maybe a foot tall, and there's like 10 peppers on that plant, on one plant. So I've been harvesting those and looking at these beautiful zinnias. I want to start making bouquets out of some of the zinnias, so just kind of play around with it. And the more you cut those, the more they head up and bloom. So I'm gonna start cutting those soon, and just see if I can make two or three bouquets out of some flowers I have around the garden, and some things that I want to seed, like basil. I got all kinds of different varieties of basil. So and then yeah, just kind of playing around with those bouquets. uh okay, I'll see you later, Miss MB. Good to see you. And so yeah, so I'm just kind of playing around with that. um a lot of my tomato plants this year, and it's something that I haven't experienced a lot, but like they're really strong, like, so that's great. The stalks on them are so thick that when they get like a few tomatoes, they break. So if they're not supported, they're gonna break. And so I've had to cut off branches with tomatoes on them because they broke off anyway, and I don't know if the tomato will even get to finish ripening because it's already broke off. So I've just been going ahead and breaking them off, and so I've done like 4 or 5 that way today, and I'm kind of sad about it. But some of them, I bought a Roma tomato that is a determinate variety, and from like Lowe's, or no, it was from Walmart or something, I don't know. And I don't know if it was because I took one out of the pot to see if it was root bound, and it wasn't, but it could be up potted. And I wanted to be, and the way the leaves look, this looks like a potato variety. I didn't know. I guess I just didn't pay attention if Romas were potato variety, like the leaves are a potato leaf. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I wish I had some right here to show you, but I don't. And I'm scared to move. I don't have any potato looking leaves right here to compare it to. But so anyway, I don't know. But it was, so anyway, the plant broke in half, or sort of in half. And so I went ahead and stuck that in the ground to see. I mean, it will root. I know it will. There was roots already coming out of the stalk, which is interesting. But that's how thick the leaves were. So when I guess I watered, because there was so much shade, the roots felt like, just going on and coming out. And so I'm trying to see if that plant will recover too. I put it in one of the raised beds, but the raised bed isn't even deep enough to hold the girth of the, it's just so much soil coming out of that pot. So anyway, I just put it in the ground to see what would happen, and I left the other one alone and just cut it back as much as I could, because it was just thick in there, right? So there was no airflow. So yeah, but things are just incredibly great today, and I'm having a good time. Has anybody started buying seeds yet? I said I was already going to be done with buying seeds for the year, but it seems like every time I turn around, there's something else I want to get. So I've been purchasing some seeds. I'm going to take a shot at mustard. I mean, not mustard, microgreens. I did order some from True Leaf. and they came in last week. So I'm excited to show y'all that journey. And I'm going to grow kohlrabi for the first time. And I don't know if I should start this crop this fall or if I should wait till early spring. So if anybody has any comments on growing kohlrabi, that would be great. I have the white and the purple, the seeds on its way. Great, I just spilled that all over me. Has anybody had any experience growing kohlrabi? Mm-hmm. Mm. No? All right, y'all talk to me. Talk to me, y'all. Yeah, I'm just hanging out just for a little bit. I thought I'd jump on. I haven't been live in a while. Well, the last live was my video about onions. And so I'm definitely going to try onions again this year. But I would like to add some more beds before I do that. Just so I can have those designated for root crops. And have more space on this side where the drip irrigation is for my annual crops, my tomatoes and peppers and things. I have the opportunity also, you all, to have a Gothic style high tunnel, and where I'm gonna put it, I have no clue, but I'm excited about the opportunity. And so I've already received the email with the information about, I just need to decide what I'm going to purchase. So I'm getting a grant that is paying for that because they are expensive. And so it's actually going to pay for the installation, not just the materials. And so I'm excited about the opportunity. Just all kinds of things going on and that I'm excited about. I just, gosh, I got to get everything just together in my head. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm just hanging out in the garden. It's the first time I've ever had a meal in my garden and been by myself, having a meal and drinking some water and talking to y'all. Yeah. Yeah. I know it's the middle of the day. I just thought I'd jump on real quick to see how everybody's doing. Tell y'all some things that are going on. Mm-hmm. I've been catching up on videos. Y'all, our farmers market is about to start. So this year has been a year of new things. So I helped with the restoration, I guess, of the community garden. And now I'm about to be a market manager for a farmer's market. I don't know what I'm doing. But we're going to have some videos coming up. I'm going to show y'all kind of everything that we've done to prep for that. And we're still learning a lot, though. But I am co-managing it with this guy named Andrew, who is incredible. And just trying to work in partnership with the city. And they have been incredible. There's just a lot going on. So we're making it work, though, and we're excited. So our grand opening is August the 7th. And so far, we want to hit a goal of 50 vendors. And I know that's a massive goal, but we really want to go for it. Right now we are at 20. But I feel like that is still incredible. And we want to get more farmers. We have about 6 farmers right now out of that 20. And some home gardeners as well. Um, for the grand opening, the first day. And the second day, so our market is open every other weekend, every other Saturday instead of every Saturday. Um, and so the next market day, more vendors are going to be available that day. And so we're excited to start the farmers market here. Um, the place where I live is an independent city from the metro area, and so um, they have their own ordinances, rules, and things like that. But they can adapt anything that the metro does, as far as local government and things like that. But within the city that I live, the area that I live, we are a food desert. So that means we do not have access to fresh fruits and vegetables anymore within the city limits. There are no grocery stores that offer those things. So we have a lot of Dollar Trees and Family Dollars and Dollar Generals and liquor stores and little, like gas stations. We have a few gas stations, but there are no fresh produce in those areas at all, right? You can get your popcorn and your chips and your sodas and water and Gatorades, right? But no fresh vegetables. And so because of that, I was like, well, we got to do something. If they don't put another store here, which I don't think they will. About 5 miles, 6 miles down the road, there is a grocery store, and it's a humongous Kroger. And so I think they just expect that everybody will travel there to get their food, which is fine. But I think about the people, the elderly folks that are in wheelchairs, that, the store that we had here was right up the street, right out their front door, and they can no longer access that store. So I'm just kind of, like, man, we need to make this happen. I'm trying to get the city to allow us to expand our community garden on their property and add some fruit trees. And so I already have those trees that donated. And so we have a few persimmons and pawpaw trees, which are native to Kentucky. And then I wanted to purchase some like fruit trees, or see if I can get those donated as well. But I definitely not fruit trees, I'm sorry, peaches and plum trees, and fig trees. So I'm trying to see if I can get those donated as well. But I would love for the orchard to consist of about, 5 to 10 trees. In the community, it's just there for free. They can come and pick whenever they want. But a few people would manage that space from the community garden. So we would keep up with the pruning of the trees, everything once they're installed. Maybe the city could help us with some irrigation that will probably already be on the property. But just help until the trees are established, and then they'll pretty much take care of themselves. But every year, I'm a part of the Urban Ag Coalition, and every year this group of people go around to orchards, and you can add them to that go around to community orchards, and you can add your orchard to the list. But they'll take groups of people and prune these trees and things and help take care of them. So that's just another resource that we could use. I don't know a whole lot about pruning trees and things. I'm learning. I have fruit trees, but I'm still learning. So they're a great resource, and so I plan to utilize them. Just have a plan. We're just waiting on the green light to go ahead and install those trees. So I've just been babysitting them for about since May. Waiting for that to happen. But the community garden's looking great. If you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. I just posted it a couple days ago. But we're growing several things: cucumbers, beans, squash, sunflowers. I mean, sweet potatoes. We just put in some corn that was donated. And we also planted some fall crops. We planted some seed, and we planted some like mustards. So I think there's 3 different varieties of mustard greens. And then put in some plant starts. So I put in some Swiss chard, some collards, and some kale. So, and it's looking great. It's looking great. And we hope to extend it. People are emailing and messaging the Facebook group asking, to help. And we hope to add about 4 more beds so people can actually, have a space to plant their gardens. Not just, so we can get more of the community involved in that community garden. Right now, we just planted, we as in Andrew, planted most of it. So now we're just maintaining what we planted. But he harvests all those crops, and then he takes them inside of the Shively Library, because that's where he works. And the community garden is right behind the library. And so he takes it in and puts it in, he weighs everything and then puts it in a box and sets it out. And people can come by and get produce. And they absolutely love it. I got 2 cucumbers from the garden, and I haven't tried it yet, but I gave one to my husband's grandmother, and she was like, girl, I have never tasted a cucumber that good. It was so good. And it's just true. We all know that the produce from the garden is like the best tasting stuff you've ever had. So I didn't expect anything less. Oh no. No. Okay. That was my last bite. This is what a Jimmy Nardello pepper looks like. I love the way they look. Isn't that incredible? That is so cool to me. And this little bitty plant that's like probably a foot tall has like 10 peppers on it. This was the only one that was red. And I've tried them green as well, and they're sweeter. But I'm excited about these peppers. I'll probably grow these every year just because they taste good, but I really, really like the way they look. They're so cool. And then this year, of course, for Little Big Girl Farmer, we're growing the Sun Gold tomatoes. She absolutely loves those. And I can't even get them in the house. Like, she just comes out here and picks them. I'll tell her, I was like, come on and get them, because I know you're going to eat them when I get them in the house anyway. You don't even give me time to wash them or put them up. She eats them. So, but a lot of things are coming in. A lot of the tomatoes and peppers and things. It's just a waiting game, because I feel like for a while there, everything was kind of at a standstill. Like, the plants were there, they were healthy, but there were no flowers. And then when they started to flower, there was no tomatoes. Now, and then I got a crap load of tomatoes on the plant, but then everything just stayed green for like weeks. I don't know what was going on, but weather fluctuations can affect that too. So that's cool. Oh, this is a potato leaf. I'm sitting here looking right at a potato leaf. Tomato variety that has a potato leaf. So these are green vernissage, I think is how you say it. And I have some black vernissage as well. But you'll see when I show you in just a second how the leaves are a lot wider, and I feel like they're thicker, and they're also like they just look different than the regular tomato leaf. But they're tomatoes. They just have a potato. It looks like a potato leaf. And these are green vernissage, and they're a little bit bigger cherry tomatoes. They're about like that. Let me see if I can pop this around. Where is my turn it around? There we go. So, and I guess I could have took that off so you can see it a little bit better. Let me just clip this off. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Let me just clip it off because I'm gonna prune this anyway. So there you go. You see what I'm talking about? And let's see. This one, not this one. I was trying to get another one that didn't look, that looks like a regular tomato leaf. Are these all the same? This all may be the same plant. But anyway, yeah. Yep. Kind of look, I mean, they look like potato leaves, but it's a tomato plant. So, well, I guess my break is over. Let's see. No one's talking to me in the chat. That's all right. I'm just hanging out, y'all. I'm just hanging out, enjoying this garden. It's the first time I've got to sit and eat and talk to y'all in my garden. So I'm feeling good, feeling great. Feeling good, feeling great, y'all. The wind's blowing. It's a nice little breeze. Oh, that sun is peeping out. Yep. But everything is doing well. I have some asparagus beans that have definitely fruited, and so I need to harvest those very, very, very soon. Just stuff popping up now that, my Kentucky Wonder pole beans have completely taken over that arch cattle panel trellis, and it's so pretty. But I have tons of beans that I need to harvest. And purple beans, the red burgundy bush beans, I need to harvest those as well. Just tons to do, but you got to take a moment. You just got to take a moment. Yep. Well, all right, y'all, I'm gonna head out. Thank y'all so much for joining me, and I hope your day is going well. And till next time, peace.